Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Skinny. Today we're here at the Sharks Medical Center to visit a friend, Danielle. Come through. Let's move. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Moving with Skinny. Today we'll be talking to Danielle, and welcome, Danielle.
Thank you
So you can just give us an introduction, like who is Danielle? What do you do? Where are you based?
So I'm a little bit all over the place. I like to call myself dietitian Danielle, though a lot of people don't like the word dietitian, so we call ourselves nutritionists, sports performance. And so I'm based here is at the Sharks Medical Center. I see the Sharks rugby players. I see people open to the public as well. And then a large part of my work is clinical based, which is at a private hospital here in Durban. And then other things I do is things like DNA testing. We call it nutrigenomics. So it's using nutrients, lifestyle, training programs to switch on or off certain genetic pathways.
Okay. And if one had to mention the word speed, like what does it mean to you?
Speed to me is just moving very, very fast. Quick, I think of the word lightning. If I had to think of a physique, I would think of something that's very strong and almost, bulky, so quite muscular, something that can propel you forward very, very quickly.
Okay. And then what is a healthy lifestyle to an athlete? Like what does it involve?
So for me, I prefer balance. I think a lot of athletes don't eat a lot of vegetables because they're trying so hard to get in the right amount of protein and carbohydrates and fats that they actually neglect vegetables and salads. And that's very important because it provides all the vitamins. And vitamins are very important because they form coenzymes, which literally help our body move everything around. So I like to work on balance because when you're eating a little bit of everything, then you're getting everything that your body needs.
Okay, I think that answers the next question. Carbs or protein or both, and why?
So well, definitely for speed, I would say both. I mean, everyone is quite individual. So there are some people who are sensitive to carbs and can't eat carbs. There are obviously people who are also vegetarian. But I think for sports performance, I do prefer both because your protein forms the building blocks of muscle and also helps to repair muscle, and then the carbohydrates, especially for speed work, would give you energy and also then top up your glycogen stores at the end of a training session.
Okay. And then does nutrition play a role in acquiring speed?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, if you've got a speed athlete who's, let's say got 12, 14, 15% body fat, then good nutrition to try and lose body fat is obviously going to help them. And then in terms of, if you're talking about 100-meter sprinting, potentially having a little bit more lean muscle mass is good. So, really focusing on your protein requirements.
Okay. And then how important is a diet plan in an athlete's life?
So I think it's quite important. I don't like to stick exactly to diet plans. I prefer guidelines because I feel, especially in this generation that I'm seeing of young athletes, there can be some sort of neuroses around. My dietitian said I can only have chicken, beans, and sweet potato, and they stick to that. Whereas I prefer to give a variety of protein sources, a variety of good vegetables and carbs, and let someone be creative, in building their own plan around that. Yeah.
So once again,
so a structure and a guideline, where one can move freely within that plan.
Okay. Then my last question would be like a scenario, like I was trying to make a formula. Speed is equal to mass plus eating right, or speed is equal to height and eating right?
And eat.
Which one?
So eating right, I prefer. I must say most speed athletes I know are quite little in terms of stature, in terms of height. But again, if I talk rugby, there are some rugby players where having a little bit more weight doesn't make them faster. And that just might be related to the type of muscle fibers they have. They are faster at a lighter weight. But generally, if your body fat is very low, let's say it's sitting at 7%, 8, 9%, and maybe you're 90 kilos, maybe gaining 2 to 3 kilos of lean muscle mass will make you faster, because then, you know, like especially if you've got fast twitch muscle fibers, that extra 3 kilos is going to make you much faster. You're going to propel yourself much faster down a field. So I would say a little bit extra mass, but if it's very lean, might help you.
Wow, okay. That's a lot to take in. And yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. And now, 30 seconds of fame. You can say whatever. It's just what up to you.
Yeah, so like for me, I must say my favorite diet is, I come from an Italian background, and I really like the Mediterranean diet, but my belief is you are what you eat, and so our cells change all the time, you know, and if you eat good food, your cells become good and healthy, and they're made up of quality ingredients. And the other thing I really believe in is mindfulness, like mindful eating, like paying attention to what we eat, really tasting the food, experiencing the food, as opposed to just eating to make yourself full. Yeah.
Well, guys, you heard it. Please like, share, subscribe, and enjoy. Thank you. That's it. Thanks.
That's easy.